It's not a movie. It's not science fiction.
Right now, more than 2,300 massive space rocks are officially classified by NASA as potentially hazardous asteroids.
Each one is bigger than a football stadium.
Each one cuts across the invisible boundary astronomers call the danger zone, just 4.6 million miles from Earth's orbit.
That might sound far. But in cosmic terms, it's a razor's edge.
Because all it takes is one small nudge, just a gravitational pull from Jupiter, a collision with another asteroid, or even the subtle push of sunlight, to bend one of these monsters directly into Earth's path. And here's the terrifying truth: if even one of them is on a collision course with Earth, we cannot stop it.
Not with rockets. Not with nuclear weapons. Not with anything we have today.
What truly keeps astronomers awake at night isn't just the 2,300 known asteroids already on NASA's watch list.
It's the thousands we haven't even found yet.
Think about this: in 2013, a house-sized asteroid slammed into Earth's atmosphere above Chelyabinsk, Russia.
It came in completely undetected.
The explosion shattered windows across 6 cities, injuring over 1,000 people, and that was from a rock only about 60 feet wide.
Why didn't we see it coming? Because it approached from the direction of the sun. Our telescopes can't see through the sun's blinding glare, which means we have a permanent blind spot. Any asteroid coming from that angle is invisible, until it's too late. And there's another problem: dark asteroids.
These cosmic shadows are so rich in carbon that they reflect barely 3% of sunlight.
They're nearly invisible against the blackness of space. We wouldn't know one was coming until it was frighteningly close.
Imagine a 200-meter asteroid, about twice the size of the Statue of Liberty, aimed at New York City. The energy released would equal hundreds of nuclear bombs. In the first seconds, skyscrapers across Manhattan would be vaporized.
Hypersonic winds would shred steel like paper. The shockwave would flatten buildings across all 5 boroughs. Millions would be gone in minutes. Now imagine something bigger, 1 kilometer across, striking the Atlantic Ocean.
Within hours, a mega tsunami hundreds of feet tall would race toward the east coast at jet speeds.
From Miami to Boston, cities would face walls of water demolishing everything in their path.
And the destruction wouldn't stop there. The dust cloud launched into the sky would circle the globe, blocking sunlight for months.
Temperatures worldwide would drop by 15 to 20 degrees. Crops would fail. Global food systems would collapse. Billions could starve.
NASA has dedicated teams tracking these space rocks every single night. They use powerful telescopes to spot tiny moving dots against the stars, measuring their speed, size, and orbit.
It's like trying to find needles in a cosmic haystack.
But even with today's best technology, we're still missing thousands.
And here's something most people don't realize.
When NASA detects an asteroid on a potential collision course with Earth, the final decision about what happens next doesn't rest with NASA.
In 2024, NASA, FEMA, and the Department of Defense teamed up for a chilling tabletop exercise.
The scenario: a newly discovered asteroid with a 72% chance of striking Earth in 14 years. They played out every step, tracking the rock, simulating evacuation orders, and debating whether to launch a deflection mission. These weren't Hollywood actors. These were real scientists and military planners, running through what would happen if the worst-case scenario came true. It's called the Yarkovsky effect. When sunlight warms one side of an asteroid, it slowly re-radiates that heat as energy. Over decades or centuries, this tiny push can actually shift the asteroid's orbit. That means today's safe asteroid could be tomorrow's killer.
And that's why planetary defense experts don't just track orbits once. They monitor them for years, constantly updating the models to account for these invisible forces.
Movies like Armageddon and Don't Look Up suggest we could launch nukes or rockets and blow an asteroid apart. Reality is far more complicated. Exploding an asteroid could just break it into multiple deadly pieces, all still heading for Earth. The real science focuses on nudging the asteroid gently, years in advance, so its orbit shifts just enough to miss Earth. In 2022, NASA tested this for the first time with the DART mission. A spacecraft deliberately crashed into a small asteroid called Dimorphos, successfully changing its orbit. It was proof of concept: planetary defense is possible. But here's the catch: DART worked because we knew about the asteroid years in advance. If a massive rock appeared tomorrow with only months of warning, we wouldn't stand a chance.
So let's recap.
2,300 massive asteroids are already on NASA's watch list. Thousands more remain undetected, lurking in blind spots. If one hits Earth, the devastation would reshape civilization.
Our best defense, deflection, only works with years of warning. And ultimately, the final call isn't in the hands of astronomers, but the military. We live on a cosmic shooting range. Earth is hit all the time. Usually, it's pebbles that burn up as shooting stars.
But every so often, something bigger comes along, and when it does, the world changes. The dinosaurs didn't have telescopes.
We do. But the question remains, when the next big one comes, will we be ready?
Before you scroll away, remember this: humanity's survival might one day depend on decisions made in a single room, by a handful of people, in the hours after a new dot of light is spotted in the sky. So hit subscribe, tap like, and stay with us, because this story isn't over. The sky is full of secrets, and one day, one of them could change everything. Thank you for watching my channel.